So pick up everyone, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to another video on the channel. And obviously it's the day after the derby. Even though we lost, man, I was just hoping for a Sky Sports notification. I didn't get it. And I'm not even surprised at this point, man. Like, you've got Dean Smith getting sacked, you've got the Norwich manager getting sacked, and then you've got United with the worst manager in the league just there dilly-dallying, like not knowing what to do, trying to experiment and freestyle formations, man. He is absolutely done out here. He's absolutely finished, Ollie, and I'm so surprised. To be honest, I was going to say I'm surprised that he's still here. I mean, he's not. I'm surprised that he's still not gone. But man, this board, like nothing surprises me about this board. Obviously, let me talk about the game. The game was absolutely boring. From like we were absolutely woeful. We didn't do anything. We were not a threat. I think we had one chance with Ronaldo, and that's about it. We were literally parking the bus, but we couldn't even park it because there was no tactics. And you know, man, it's absolutely embarrassing. Yo, big up everyone, big up Dillian. How you doing, man? Null here, yo, big up Null. But yeah, man, I'm just talking about the game and how crap it was. Like, surely after that result, because they were going to say they were going to assess the results after 3 games. We lost to City, we beat a crap Spurs side, and we drew against Atalanta. Somehow we drew. Ronaldo saved us, but we got what? 3 points out of that, and they have to like they can't be lying to us and saying, "Oh, we're going to give him another chance to Watford. We're going to give him another chance." Like, I've had enough of these chances, man. Like, what is it with Ollie that you're trying to? Why are you trying to make him like stay here forever, man? He's not going to get another job in the Premier League. He ain't getting another job in the Championship. So I don't know, man. That performance was shocking, man. If it weren't for De Gea, we would have ate about 4 or 5 goals if that was the case, because City absolutely dominated us throughout the whole game. We, literally. Like, if I was like, I'm hearing City fans, oh, they were literally like they were not scared at all, like throughout the whole game. That's how crap we were. It was literally year 7s versus year 11s. Like, City just dominated us. I expected us to get battered. It's just that they weren't really clinical, and obviously De Gea was doing a madness. But yeah, let me just talk about the players and how I think they performed. Obviously, De Gea, I feel like with the Bernardo Silva chance, he could have done better. But you've got Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire who've been falling asleep the whole season. Them two deserve dropping. Absolute crap, overrated British players. They are awful. Get rid. De Gea should have still been. De Gea still should have done better. But that scenario wouldn't have happened if Luke Shaw knew how to mark. I don't know what he was waiting for. Maybe he was waiting for like a delivery or something. I don't know what he was doing there. And you've got Maguire who can't mark anything at all. He's been woeful this season. So yeah, them two were crap. Eric Bailly, unfortunately, he got the own goal. I don't really blame him. But at the same time, it's typical Ollie, yeah? Eric Bailly does one mistake after having a pretty good performance against Atalanta. He gets dropped, but you're allowed to give Harry Maguire all these chances when he cost us about 4 goals against Leicester. This favouritism, I'm absolutely done with this favouritism that this manager has. Just get rid of him. And obviously, Wan-Bissaka, poor again. His positioning is absolutely dreadful. Like, these people keep telling me, oh, he's some amazing defensive full right back. He's defensively poor. Like, slide tackling isn't just the only part when it comes to defending. You got to have positional awareness. You got to be disciplined in your position. You're going to know when to go forward, when to defend. Like, he doesn't have any of those attributes, man. He's absolutely poor. On the ball, he was poor. Going forward, he didn't offer us anything. Defensively, he was crap. I thought that was meant to be his strong point, but hey, he's been woeful as well. He's not really been the best this season either, Wan-Bissaka. So I don't know, man. I don't know what Tellers and Diego Dolla have to do to get a game, because them two deserve a chance. And obviously, you're going with McTominay and Fred. I actually, even as bad as Fred was, I don't think he was as bad as people were making out to be, like Roy Keane. Obviously, Roy Keane's going to pick on Fred all the time. I'm not sure if he said anything about McTominay. But McTominay, this is what I can't stand about Scott McTominay. Yeah, he's always, he gives it all, shouts, but he never asks for the ball. He never demands for the ball. He never shows himself. Like, he's just the biggest hide and seek merchant I've seen as a footballer. Like, you're meant to be a midfielder. You're meant to demand for the ball. You're meant to ask for the ball, and you're meant to be good in tight pressure areas. So I don't know. Like, at least with Fred, as bad as he is on the ball, and sometimes he might do stupid stuff, at least he doesn't hide himself. He actually demands the ball and tries his best in it. Like, that midfield too was awful. There was no ball retention. Obviously, you've got Bruno as the number 10, he was awful as well, just running around like a headless chicken as per usual. Like, he didn't really do much either. Like I said, if you wanted to actually have a chance against Man City, you needed to play Matic and Donny van der Beek, and maybe play like a I don't know, man, maybe putting a Martial who could actually hold up the ball, because Mason Greenwood wasn't really doing much. He couldn't hold up the ball. Man City just pressed us like crazy. Their pressing was amazing. They didn't give us a chance. Like, as soon as they lost the ball, there was 3 people on 1 player, and they were pressing Wan-Bissaka because they knew he wasn't good on the ball, which isn't really a shock, and he's awful as well. And who else? Ronaldo had 1 chance. Ederson made a pretty decent save, but that's about it. Like, it's just crap, bro. Like, these performances are they're so draining. And obviously now we've got international break, and and obviously international break is just awful, man. Like, I hate it, but I wouldn't actually mind it knowing that Ollie's been sacked. It would actually make my 2 weeks. So who else have I missed out? I've talked about Fred, McTominay, Bruno, Mason didn't really do much. Ronaldo didn't do much. Oh yeah, Rashford came on, didn't really do much. Sancho came on and he was all right. He did okay. He was making constant runs, but no one was finding him. I'm telling you, with Jadon Sancho, yeah, people are going to take the piss out of him for his stats, but these people do not understand about how he plays football and how this team is just absolutely awful. Like, the way how he wants to play football just doesn't suit this system. And that's not me making excuses for him, because I've actually watched him at Dortmund. I've seen how he plays his football in the Champions League, not just in Bundesliga as well. He was making constant runs. He wants to link up with other players, but how can you link up with McTominay and Fred and Bruno? Like, you can kind of link up with Bruno, but he always wants to look for the over the top through ball when Rashford's getting in behind. So you've got no link people that Sancho wants. There's no one, unless if we brought on a Donny and a Sancho and a Martial, sorry. So yeah, man, like this performance was absolutely shocking. The thing is, I've been hearing a lot of stuff that Gary Neville, he's another clown, by the way, that he was talking about, oh, we've tried the world-class managers, it's not worked. So hang on a second. So you don't get another world-class manager because the other 2 haven't worked. First of all, Mourinho and Van Gaal weren't world-class back then. They were on the decline. We all know that, right? And secondly, Louis van Gaal, with a smaller budget, more pressure, less time, delivered the trophy in FA Cup. What's Ollie done? He's lowered the standards. He said trophies off for egos, and everyone's singing Ollie's out the wheel. His fan base is finished. Anyway, Mourinho. I didn't like Mourinho. I wanted him out. I hated Mourinho, in fact. I didn't like how he was treating some of these players like Pogba, Martial, and just scapegoating them when they were them two players were literally constantly saving him all the time. So at the end of the day, looking at back what Mourinho was saying about the club, or this club, the heritage and stuff like that, like, he was actually right, but I just don't like how he went out. I don't like how he went about it. But at the end of the day, Mourinho won us a Europa League. He won us a Carabao Cup, got us second, 81 points, our highest point tally. I think that was the season where City won the league by about 20 points. They were ridiculous back then. So I don't understand how Gary Neville can say this on live with all this energy, saying, oh, they've been failures. How have they been failures? Like, they might have not won us the Premier League or the Champions League, but I'll tell you what, I'd rather have them trophies, the FA Cup and the Carabao and the EFL Cup and the Europa League, sorry, than second place and vibing. Like, Ollie's hands down, Ollie's been our worst coach, whether people like it or not. He's going to leave Man United, hopefully, in a worse place. He's made the club more toxic than Mourinho. I'm seeing all these people saying, oh, Jesse Lingard's brother's trying to call out some of these ex-players, and it's just a shambles, man. Everyone's not liking Ollie. He's lost the dressing room as per usual. Like, they should just get rid of him at this point. Like, I don't know why they're so hesitant, because you've got, like I said, you've got Dean Smith sacked, you've got the Norwich manager sacked, and the Norwich manager got sacked after a win, and we've just lost. We've lost 5-0 against Liverpool, and that wasn't enough. And we just lost 2-0 to Man City, and that could potentially still not be enough. So they should just do the job and just hire us an interim or whoever it is, man. Because I obviously, everyone knows that I wanted Antonio Conte, but we dilly-dallied on that because he was too demanding, whatever that means. He was literally a winner. A guy who would have come in and winners guarantees us trophies this season, but we didn't go for him because we're a bunch of brainless idiots. Now, who's available now? I'm hearing Brendan Rodgers talks. No thanks. I don't want Brendan Rodgers. I don't want him. I think he's a decent coach. Obviously, he's 10 times better than Ollie. Obviously, what he's done with Leicester, won the FA Cup, still struggles to get top 4. He's doing a pretty decent job with Leicester, but I don't want him anyway near Man United. I've had enough of these rebuilds, man. I just want a guy that just come in and just win now, which is why Conte was my number 1 choice. And obviously, the one that's available now is Zinedine Zidane. Now, the thing is with Zidane, I don't know if he's going to join Man United. He gives me like, I'm getting the vibe off him that like he doesn't really want to come here. He needs like proper convincing, and he wants to come here with certain. I don't know, man. I just don't see it happening. And I've been hearing a lot of reports saying that interim manager Ralph has, I don't know what his name is, some German don. I think he was a director of football or something. Obviously, I would 100% love him as the interim manager. Like, give him the interim and get someone like a TENHAG or anyone. But the thing is with TENHAG, as much as I like his football, I don't see him joining this club either, especially with the board and the structure and how we set up, man. Like, he's going to clear about all the players. He's going to clear Maguire, McTominay, all these dead players, the way how he wants to play his football. So I don't know, man. I just want this guy gone. Let's hope and pray that he's sacked by today or tomorrow. I'm probably dreaming, but hey, he's literally my last hope is Zidane. So yeah, man. I think we've covered everything, to be honest. But yeah, big up everyone for watching, and take care, man.